Hello everyone! I am Saint Jerusalem Shasa and today we're going to learn about the scientific invention in the Philippines history. First, the scientific invention of pre-Spanish period. Second, Spanish colonial period. Third, American period and post-Commonwealth era. Fourth, Marcos era. And the fifth is the Fifth Republic. Pre-Spanish period. Archaeological findings show that modern man from Asian mainland first came overland and across narrow channels to live in Batangas and Palawan about 48,000 BC. They settled in different areas across the country and made simple tools and weapons of stone flakes and later developed new skills like sewing and polishing stones. During 3000 BC, they learned to produce adze ornaments of seashells and pottery that prospered for 2000 years until competition arrived with the Chinese porcelains. Eventually, they learned how to use metals as their tools, and so-called Iron Age lasted until 3rd century BC to the 11th century AD. During this time, Filipinos were involved in ore mining such as copper, gold, bronze, and iron. Filipinos have also engaged themselves into weaving, shipbuilding, mining, and farming that lead them in creating the finest products of engineering, which is the Banawi rice terraces. Early Spanish chronicles also noted that early Filipinos built refined plank-built warship called Caracoa that was suited for inter-island trade. Before Spaniards came, Filipinos were already aware of activities and practices related to science and technology. They have learned the curative values of plants and able to extract the medicine out it. They had an alphabet, counting methods, weights, and measurement system, and a calendar that they based on the period of the moon. Spanish colonial period. During this time, they have introduced formal education and founded scientific institutions. Parish schools were established where they taught religion, reading, writing, arithmetic, and music. Natives taught a more advanced method in agriculture. Later on, they have established colleges and universities around the country, including the oldest university in Asia, which is the University of Santo Tomas. Medicine was prioritized during the Spanish colonization, especially in the later years. Spaniards made contributions in the field of engineering by constructing government establishments, churches, roads, bridges, and forts. Biology was highlighted during this period. Botanists, chemists, and medical scholars all gave contribution to the field of science. When Suez Canal was built, visiting each other countries for Europeans and Filipinos was made possible and probably influenced by the rapid development of scientific ideas brought by the Age of Enlightenment. American period and post-Commonwealth era. In July 1, 1961, the establishment of Bureau of Government Laboratories was made by the Philippine Commission and was later on replaced by the Bureau of Science in 1905 that became the primary research center of the country. While on December 8, 1933, the National Research Council of the Philippines was established. It was during the American period when science was inclined towards agriculture, food processing, forestry, medicine, and pharmacy. In 1946, the Bureau of Science was replaced by the Institute of Science. During the regime of Carlos P. Garcia in the 1958, the Philippine Congress passed a bill entitled the Science Act of 1958, which goals is to establish the National Science Development Board. Marcos era. It was only during the Marcos presidency where science was given importance. In his State of Nation address, Marcos declared that there is a need for science in public high school, and with the help of Department of Education in partnership from the National Science Development Board, it aims to provide science teaching equipment for a period of 4 years. Marcos declared Presidential Decree No. 49 Series of 1972 as a support for promoting scientific research and invention, and established PAG-ASA, which function is to give environmental protection and to utilize scientific knowledge to ensure the safety of the nation. He also established the National Academy of Science and Technology in 1976 to have a scientist who's experts in science and technology. In 1986, he also established campuses of Philippine Science High School in the Visayas and Mindanao. It encouraged the youth in this area to choose a career in science, and it also aims to tap the potential students on the said regions. Fifth Republic. After the term of President Marcos, Corazon Aquino replaced him in the presidential seat on her term in 1986. She replaced the National Science and Technology Authority to Department of Science and Technology or DOST, giving the Science and Technology a seat in the government cabinet. In 1989, the budget allocation for science and technology was increased, amounting into 1.54 billion pesos. But due to Asian financial crisis between the years 1990 to 1991, it was cut down by 14%, and in 1992, it was increased again by 50%. After the term of President Corazon Aquino, Fidel V. Ramos replaced her in the presidential seat on her term in 1992. President Fidel V. Ramos reported his State of the Nation address that there were improvements with regard to science and technology. In his third SONA in 1994, he reported that there was a significant increase in people who specialize in the field of science and technology. By the year 1998, it was estimated that the Philippines had 3,000 competent scientists and engineers. In 1997, the government approving the Republic Act No. 8439, which entitled Magna Carta for Science and Technology Personnel. In 1998, during President Joseph Estrada's term, the Internet age was pushed for the advancement of schools and industry. In 2014, President Benigno Aquino honors 4 scientists who gave huge contributions in the scientific field that geared towards the advancement of science and technology of the country. Goodbye everyone, and thank you for watching.